All right, welcome back. Tax season is here. Yes, today's the first day to file, and there's an important reason to file early so you can avoid identity theft. And Paul Durso is here with Durso Capital Management to talk about how to avoid becoming a victim. I know people think, okay, tax season, but I have until April 15th. But you need to file earlier than that to avoid ID theft, obviously.
Yeah, there's a lot of fraud when it comes to filing your taxes. Last year it was reported that $5 billion was paid out in fraudulent claims.
Wow.
Yeah.
$5 billion. Okay, so what can taxpayers do to protect themselves? What is a tip or two that they can take home?
There's three big tips. So the first one is to file early. You want to get your taxes in as soon as possible. You want to be the first one because if somebody's going to try to steal your identity, you want to beat them at their own game.
Gotcha.
Okay? The second thing is you want to file electronically. It's going to be very important if you do that to make sure you're filing that on a secured connection on a personal computer, making sure your firewalls are up to date and things like that.
Sure.
And then lastly, probably the most important is to protect your information. You know, because all an identity thief needs is to have your name and social security number, and they can make up the rest and file a tax return on you. So it's very important to protect that.
Yeah. Okay, so what if we're at the point where we realize, oh, it's already happened. We've been the victim of ID theft.
Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is contact the IRS.
Okay.
And say, hey, here's what happened. I have not filed my return yet. Make sure hopefully you have all your information that you can give to them. Second thing you're going to do is notify the local authorities and let everybody understand the situation that you're in.
Okay, good stuff. And I'm reading through some of your information here. What about when we get our refund? Is there any tips on how to spend it? Because that is, I know, your forte too, on budgeting and spending our money wisely.
You know, I hope you're not expecting a really exciting answer. I'm a financial planner, so you know, when I sit down with my clients, the first thing that we're going to talk about is really their situation and having a plan. So if you're going to get an excess of money, the first and foremost thing you're going to do is make sure that your needs are met. I know when you get a tax return,
yes,
you want to have a little fun and excitement with it, which is great.
Yes.
But it's more satisfying if you do that after your needs are met and taken care of. So if there's a debt that needs to be paid off or something that needs to be taken care of or paid for, take care of that first.
Yes.
If that's done, then have some fun with it.
You're like the little voice on your shoulder here that says, don't spend that. You don't need that.
If it's taken care of, enjoy yourself.
Then enjoy yourself. But
yeah.
And another big tip about filing early is you kind of want to beat the crowd because everybody kind of files at the last minute, don't they?
Well, if there's ever a reason to file early, it's this year because of tax cuts. You know, the IRS is understaffed, so it's going to be very important to get your taxes in early this year because it's the delay and lag time in getting your refund, if you're eligible for one, is probably going to take a lot longer than normal.
All right. Sounds good. Good advice. We always appreciate Paul Durso with Durso Capital Management coming on. Okay, file early. That's the main key. Thank you, Paul, for coming in. We'll be right back after this break.